Hi everybody, hope you're all well. This is my second video that I'm doing, showcasing the figurine collections that I've got at the moment. This one will be for the classic Marvel figurine collection that's out now. This one was the very first figurine collection that Eaglemoss brought out, and this has been going on for ages. It's got to be at least 2003, I think, 2004 that it started. Quite some time ago. What I'll do is I shall go through these ones a bit quicker than I did with the DC chess set pieces. But if you want to take a real good look at the picture, at these figurines, you can always pause the video at points. But there is quite a few of these, quite a few more Marvel figurines to go through than the DC chess set one I did. So, and again, these ones aren't in any particular order of issue number, but if you want to know which numbers figurines are, then I could find out for you and put it in the comment section below. And yeah, if you're that interested in the figurines, then by all means, I've got no problem doing it. First up, we've got the Trapster, and one thing I do like about the Marvel Classic figurine collection is Eaglemoss did say that they were looking for the classic look for the Marvel figurines. They weren't just looking for, and you can probably see that the Trapster's gun's a little bit bent on there. Unfortunately, that's how it come in. It's only a little bit, nothing too major. Yeah, the Eaglemoss were actually looking for the classic, or the best look for each character. So it's not necessarily going to be the first outfit you ever saw them in, nor would it necessarily be the newest outfit you've seen a character in. This one, the Trapster, looks very close to how he originally looked in the pages of Fantastic Four. And if you look at that face is very Kirby-like. There you go, that's the Trapster. Next up, we have Domino. There's the back view of her. Loads of pouches and gun holsters for her. It's a really nice painted face on that actually. I don't know if I've given that enough time to look at that, but it's a really nice painted face on that character. There you go, that's Domino. Next up we have Longshot. Face on that one's a little bit, if I zoom in, face on it not too bad, but the eyes look a bit, one eye looks a bit droopy to me. I don't know if that's just my imagination or the way this video looks, but it looks a bit cockeyed. But other than that, still a really nice figurine. And again, I don't know if it's my imagination, but they seem to put more, whether it's because this is the first collection that Eaglemoss brought out, but they seem to put more time, by the looks of it, in the paint jobs that they do on these figurines. And there seems to be more detail in these figurines than there does in the DC chess set and the the DC set that I'll show in the next video. Here we have famous Spider-Man villain, Hammerhead, who, if he wasn't inspired by Dick Tracy villains, I don't know who was. Really nice detail on his pinstripe suit there, especially the back of his jacket. Even the face is pretty cool. Really nicely painted. And next up we have, no, I have to excuse me, this one's Sebastian Shaw. His face, yeah, it's not too bad. The eyebrows look a bit peculiar. He looks like he's got a permanently perplexed look on his face. But the paintwork on the outfit is just phenomenal. I mean, if you look at the, I don't know if I can get in any closer on the waistcoat, but look at the detail on the waistcoat there. Absolutely fantastic. And on the ruffles of his neckerchief as well, and the silver piping on there. Again, I'm going a bit faster on these ones than I did with the DC chess set, but like I said, if you want to see what these figurines, if you want to slow the video down a bit, you're more than welcome to press pause. It's just, I've got so many figurines to go through here. There you go. And this one, strangely enough, this was one of the ones I was actually looking forward to seeing. And it's J. Jonah Jameson figurine. Absolutely brilliant. The paintwork on it, the paint job on his face is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Of all the, oh, wrong way. Of all the, for want of a better word, normal Spider-Man characters, this is possibly one of the ones that would have been, yeah, is a really good figurine to have. It would have been interesting to see somebody like Mary Jane Watson or Gwen Stacy. You see on his hand, he's got a chip on the paint job, unfortunately, which not good. I've only just realised that myself. So obviously that happened in the packaging and distribution of the figurine, because it didn't happen when I was taking it out of the box. But hey ho, these things happen, unfortunately. You see it's all around the wrist as well, so it looks like it might have been a design fault. These things happen. I mean, if you look on the sleeve as well, the wrist that's lost the paint, there are flecks of flesh-coloured paint on his white shirt cuffs, so it looks like he's bleeding as well on his cuffs. When you've got something of this detail, this small scale and this detailed, you do get some that are a bit iffy. But like I always say with these videos, they're not really meant to be scrutinized this closely. They're just meant to be put on a display on a display mount or a shelf and just looked at from afar, as if for anything. Now, I love the face on this one. If you probably remember, I've said previously in the other video that, and then this one as well, some of the face paintings they do on these characters are atrocious. This is Charmin from Alpha Flights. Excuse me. And the face on this one is just really nicely painted. Right down to the details on the base of his bag. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant figurine, this one. And no paint chips missing, which is always good. So there you go, that's Charmin. Next we have, if he fits in here, yep, the shark. I don't know if you can see the face on there. He uses sharp teeth. And his fin as well. Absolutely brilliant detail on there. This is one of those ones that could have either gone one of two ways. It could have come to me in perfect condition like this one, or relatively perfect condition, or it could have come in bits of the costume missing. Luckily enough, this was packed well enough. Now you think if they'd done a character like this, like the shark, with a fin on the head like that, they could have done. Well, what was the original character from Guardians of the Galaxy? Starhawk, the one with a huge, great big, like fin on top of his head that went down and almost went like a comet's tail. That would have been. I would have loved to have seen the Guardians of the Galaxy in these figurines. And if anybody from Eaglemoss is watching this video, which I'm sure they are, if you ever do any sets like this again, include members of the Guardians of the Galaxy, especially seeing as there's going to be a movie of them in a couple of years' time. This one we have the owl. I believe is an old Daredevil villain. There you go. Back again. Really nice paint on the face there as well. Nice detail on the costume. And we have the Swordsmen. Put them at a slight angle there. And this is one of the ones where the face is a little bit... You can't tell if that's supposed to be his mustache or whether it's his mouth. Personally, talking my personal things. From that angle you can see it's supposed to be his mustache. From that angle it looks like it's his mouth. But, you know, these things happen. And this is another problem with these figurines. When they've got long implements on them, like this sword, yes, they're cast in lead, or they were originally cast in lead. I'm not quite sure what they're cast in now, but the long appendages, shall we say, do sometimes come to you a little bit bowed and bent. There's not much you can do with it. If you try and straighten them out, you can sometimes get away with straightening them out okay, but sometimes they do snap. So you have to be very careful. I haven't actually tried to straighten out any of them. I've just let them be as they are. This one is Lady Sif, obviously from 4. A really nice face paint there for that one. Not too sure what they were trying to do with the bits just underneath the knees on the boots there, the tops of the boots there, but it looks like her legs are trying to come out. It's like muffin top just below her knees. But you know, again, these aren't really supposed to be scrutinised that much. Really nice detail there on the fur around her neck and on her hair and that. And this is one of those ones where the sword didn't come through bent, which is always good. There we go, Lady Sith. And this one, again, is one of the ones that I was waiting. As soon as I found out that they were going to do it, I was waiting for this to come through. And I'm so glad, I'm so happy with it. This is the newest one from the Marvel figurine collection, and it's Werewolf by Midnight. And I'm going to have to lower this down a bit, because it is quite a short one. There you go. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. See if I can get a look at my face. Rawr. Fantastic. I think this is just a brilliant figurine. You see it right down to the toenails, to the rips in the trousers. When I picked this up, I took this to my works after I picked it up, just as something to read whilst I was at work, and somebody saw it and they commented that it was amazing, especially with characters like the Hulk. It was amazing how these characters could keep their trousers or strategically placed parts of their clothing over their nether regions, shall we say. And I didn't have the heart to be completely geeky with them and say, oh wow, you know, with things like the Hulk and that's because of things like unstable molecules that was invented by Reed Richards. And yeah, and I stopped myself, because I thought, no, because they're probably going to stare at me and just walk away backwards very quietly if I start going on about unstable molecules and other characters. So yeah, I left it at that. But there you go, it's Werewolf by Midnight, otherwise known as Jack Russell. Really nice character. Now this next one, if I can get up and get it, is they bring out special editions, and you saw the special edition one they brought out for the Batman chess set, which was the Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, Batman and Joker, King Black and White Kings. This one, and you have to excuse me when I put it into the into the screen first of all. This one is one of their specials, and I'm going to have to raise this up a bit for you to get a full view of it. And this is Terrax, one of Galactus's heralds. There you go. See if I can get his axe in there. A look at his axe as well. Cool. Really nice detail on it. And obviously these ones, the specials are usually bigger than the normal sized ones, so they can put much more detail into them, and the paint jobs are usually much better on these ones than on the regular series. There's a sorry. There he is. Back view of Terrax. And the side view. And back to the front again. Now the next one, and this is the last one for this video that I'm going to show, is what they call their mega specials. And these are extremely oversized figurines. They had one, they've only had a few of these. One of them was Galactus, another one was the Watcher. Unfortunately, Galactus is one of the ones that I'm actually missing. So, and this going for ridiculous prices on eBay. Now, when I first got this, I knew this was going to be pretty special, and I can't show you, I don't think I'm going to be able to show you all of it. I might have to be able to pan out. When I first got this, I knew this figurine was going to be extremely special because it come in its own box. Yes, and the box is so big that you can't actually see it. Yes, it's Mojo from the Mojoverse, and it come in its own box. And I was like, well, you know, why isn't it? This is the only figurine from the collection that actually comes in its own box. And I opened it up thinking it was just going to be a little plastic container, but no, it was in its own styrofoam box, which got me worrying a little bit. So I thought to myself, my life, if it's going to be like this, am I going to actually want to take this out? But I am so glad that I did, and I'm hoping that my camera gives this justice, really. This is the Mojo figurine from the, let me just zoom in a bit better to get the, there we go. This is the Mojo figurine from the Marvel figurine collection, and this is just stunning, absolutely stunning. And for the price that I paid for it as well, it was a steal. I think this was about 20 quid, I think, maybe 15.99, something like that. Look at the detail. If I get the focus on here properly, look at the detail on those legs. That's why it was in its own styrofoam box. And you'd think, because I know I've seen certain things like this where it's been going on for a long time, and it's almost like the manufacturers get bored with making it, so they just chuck any old rubbish out. But this is just brilliant. Look at the detail on the skin of Mojo, on the vents and such, on his life support system behind him. Look at that detail on the stinger, on his stinger and that, and his camera. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm so pleased with this one. Let's get back into view again. I mean, I'm sure there's probably people out there saying, "Ah, it's not that special." People who actually buy figurines as a collecting thing, and they're probably going, "Ah, that's not that special. I've seen better than that." But to me, this is just brilliant. And I'm sorry about the zooming in and out of focus with this, but it's so big that once I get one part of it in focus, the rest of it goes out of focus. There you go. back to the front again. And there is where I shall leave you for the time being. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you everybody who's commented on the last video. As I said, if you're interested in any of these figurines and you want to know what issue number they come with, I've got no problem with finding that out for you and letting you know. The next video I will be doing will be, well, in this way anyway, will be for the DC figurine collection. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed that. Please feel free to comment in the comment section below. If you liked it, thumbs it up. If you didn't like it, then by all means thumbs it down. But if you thumbs it down, let me know why you thumbs it down. Don't just thumbs it down and run off. And yeah, again, thanks for watching. Take care, and ta-ta for now.